Now, we're going to explore some other tricks you can use to build up conversation flows. As your bot becomes more sophisticated, your state machine will gain more and more states, and ever more rules for transitioning between them. You should always try to reduce this complexity, and in these exercises, you will learn some tricks for doing exactly that. Let's say you also start selling coffee filters through your bot. The filters come in two colors, white and brown. Let's say your supplier is a little unreliable, and sometimes you run out of stock. These two very similar conversations are then possible. One way to handle these cases is to add an additional state which says that an alternative has been offered to the user, and adding some policy rules to handle the yes and no answers. But asking your user for confirmation before proceeding with something is a common pattern, and adding more states increases the complexity of your code. You can avoid this complexity by saving the follow-up as a pending action. To implement this, create a policy which returns two values: the selected next action and a pending action. The pending action will in many cases just be none. Save the pending action in the outer scope, where the params dictionary and the state variable were also defined. If we get a yes intent and there is a pending action, we execute it. If we get a no intent, then we wipe any pending actions. In addition to pending actions, saving pending state transitions is another trick for keeping your state space small and your complexity low. In this example, we need to request some authentication info from the user. First, the user tells us they'd like to order coffee. We're in the init state. The selected action is to request authorization info, and we have a pending transition to the auth state. We request the user's phone number, and they supply it. Now, we immediately transition to the auth state, and we're ready for the user to place an order. Now it's your turn to try these techniques in some realistic bot scenarios.